What if kids could use design to solve a real-world problem?
What happens when kids are expected to solve real-world problems across disciplines? During a 5-month project at King, a high-performing expeditionary learning middle school serving the most economically, racially, and ethnically diverse student population in the state of Maine, 8th graders and their teachers learned what it takes to revolt.
You're going to create a device that captures natural energy and transforms it into something that's useful for people in some part of the world.
We're building robots that are made to collect resources, which are ping pong balls.
They have to program a robot, build it, tinker with it, and get it to work.
I think they've internalized the design process. They know it's an ongoing process. They know they need to engineer their designs and constantly revise and get feedback, and so we're on our way.
He managed to build a big wind turbine, power his house, and he did it all with a book and some trash.
And I just remember that was a big kind of element that was brought not only in English class but throughout the entire expedition.
It kind of showed the importance of making simple devices.
The criteria for this project is a wind turbine that is stable and sturdy. It has to generate at least 1 volt of electricity. And the other piece is we want it to be creative, outrageous, ingenious, and inspirational.
The product was a site plan to install wind turbines somewhere in the state of Maine. The students started using the language of tech ed, where they built the device, the science language, and the geographic language all together.
You're going to create a device that captures natural energy and transforms it into something that's useful for people in some part of the world.
So they gave us books and they gave us time to research, and we did a lot of field work, and so we have everything we need right there, and then they sort of let us loose. The boss was kind of a quiet kid, and we were able to encourage him to present at the culminating event in front of 200 people. He was just eloquent and beautiful, and he called it the electromagneto, and it was just a really simple, outside-the-box idea. Let's take gravity and turn it into light and change somebody's life.
When I remember ReVOLT, I remember engineering and design.
When I think of ReVOLT, I think of development and teamwork.
When I think of doing ReVOLT, I think of innovation and clarity.
When I remember ReVOLT, I remember grit and frustration and perseverance.
That was a wild project. It was intense.
When everything is over, all the parts are integrated, and sometimes we don't know how it happened. It just sort of fell into place.
Let's take a look at the conditions that make a wildly intense interdisciplinary project fall into place.
That's where I start. What do I want the kids to know? And that starts with a standard.
Standards, they're the foundation of what we do. What is going to prepare them to be a learner in high school? Is this something that is going to be important for them to know for the rest of their life?
I can apply scientific principles to design a method for monitoring and minimizing a human impact on the environment.
I really don't care which room they're in. They're still talking about, scientific principles or design principles that they're using downstairs, and they're applying it to the conversation that they're using in social studies.
The teachers knew what was happening in the other classes, a lot.
The hook comes from the interdisciplinary nature of an expedition.
You need to have a common curriculum thread, and that's where to start. And then you can go from there and develop it and go as in depth as possible.
You need time to plan. You don't need money. We have no budget.
The teachers that you work with. And having that dialogue and just bringing that to meetings, and trying to get help from other teachers, because I think that's hard to do sometimes.
But we're just all on the same team. We're all working together.
At King Middle School, students solve real-world problems. It It takes collaboration among an interdisciplinary team of teachers and the expectation that kids can